Right, how to make your life feel colorful, because your life has been, a bit more dull, colorless, and gray since 2020, since the quarantine times. I get you. So that's why I'm making this video, to help you, feel as if your life is back to 2016 again. So let's be honest, last few years, your life has been, a bit more blurrish, gray, and everything kind of seems to have lost the fun. And that's because, the novelty has worn off of new things. And as a child, when something used to bore us, we used to move on to something else. But right now, video games, let's take video games for example. Video games, they bore you, but you still queue up to fucking CSGO, Valorant, or whatever game you play. Right? You still queue up to them, chasing that high you used to have when you first played it, right? So that's kind of what you're chasing, but it's never coming back. So instead of shifting your focus to learning something new and rechasing that novelty, you are fixated on what you had in the past. So that's why life has felt less colorful, because you're not doing cool things. Now, I have two ways of fixing this. So, first is doing more cool things, and secondly is grinding in a way which is, which feels accomplishing. Alright, so let me expand on doing cool stuff. Now, what I mean by doing cool stuff, side quest. Now, I'm setting myself a side quest on solving this Rubik's Cube that I've shown you in a frame or two a couple seconds ago. So, I have set the quest in 3 days. I need to learn how to solve this. And tomorrow, I'm also doing something epic, which is I'm waking up early in the morning and I'm going to my class by running. I'm not taking any mode of transport. All I'm gonna do is put on my running shoes and run. Now, mind you, this is in the month of Ramadan and I am going to be fasting while running. So it's going to be accomplishing two things. First thing, it's going to be pretty epic. Secondly, this falls under the category of grinding in a challenging way. In a challenging way, which also feels accomplishing. Now, this is a bit of, a hard task, since my my coaching or whatever is pretty far. It takes about, what, 15-minute drive? It's not really that far. But come on, adding to I'm fasted and everything, this is going to be a bit harder. So that's why I feel like the fasting is kind of paying off for it being like 20 kilometers. Now, how to grind properly, which I'm going to expand on, as I mentioned, with me running to my class tomorrow morning, and I want you to do the same thing. But you can also set yourself more side quests. It doesn't have to be exactly like solving a Rubik's Cube just like myself, or it doesn't have to be running to your class if it's too far and you're also fasting. So it can be something else. Now, what can it be? Drawing something. Draw a Pokemon for 1 week every day. One Pokemon every day for a week. That's your side quest. Now, that's the way I started my art journey. So it's a little known fact. I'm just telling you. So you need to grind in a way that feels accomplishing, right? So let's say you've followed through with the art of drawing a Pokemon every day. At the end of the week, you're gonna see yourself improving in your artistic skills, and you're gonna feel, fuck yeah, that's a great thing I did. Because think to yourself, would you or would you not feel amazed if you managed to, improve your artistic skills? You would feel amazed. So that's why I'm asking you to do it. And lastly, you need to remember, your brain is going to keep up with excuses. All right? So let's say you do the running to your class challenge, right? For me, it's going to think of excuses like, oh, I'm on a bug, I don't need to really, do cardio, which is BS, because I can always, benefit from a better cardiovascular health and everything, and having a better stamina. So yeah, it can always be helpful. But my brain is going to think like that, and I want to warn you with that fact. right? It also goes with the Rubik's Cube solving thing. I consider myself, my O levels are really close, and I can, allocate time more efficiently into studying, which I'm not going to do, but my brain's gonna think like that. So I want you to give you a heads up that your brain is going to try to stop you from doing this cool stuff because it enjoys, rotting away, doing nothing because it doesn't like doing hard stuff. So that's why it's a fair warning for you.